Hi, my name is Fawn Clark. I'm a nutritional therapist and I work with people who have a tricky relationship with food. Today I'm going to talk about carbs and food plans and what my take is on low carb diets and even a keto diet, which is an extremely low carb diet. First of all, what are carbs? Carbs are high in all grains like rice and rice, oats, barley, wheat. It's obviously in bread, pasta, rice, and then the root vegetables like potato, parsnip, turnip, carrot, that sort of thing. And it is also quite high in things like beans and pulses. Um, so they're carbs, and carbs turn into sugar in our blood when they're digested. And although these foods would be considered slow releasing carbohydrates, depending on the quantity of them we eat, they can cause a bit of a sugar spike and they can cause food cravings if we're not careful. So what I suggest to people who find that they really suffer from compulsions to overeat, from food cravings, is to to put boundaries around the amount of carbs they eat. I don't suggest letting them go entirely unless that's your choice. But for a lot of people, they just bring so much comfort. Having oats in the morning for breakfast is such a comforting thing to have that I don't see that it's necessary to totally drop them altogether. Um, but having said that, for some people who are really sensitive, they can cause cravings. So, watching the amount that we eat them um, can be important for long term freedom from cravings and compulsions to overeat. There are certain people who are very sensitive to grains and find that going on a more keto diet, which is very low carb diet, um, where you live mainly on meat, nuts, and more of the green leafy vegetables, helps with their immune system and helps with inflammation and helps at a whole host of levels. But that I would only do if there was good reason for going on that sort of diet. If, say, for example, you were pre-diabetic and had real blood sugar issues, well, then I would really be recommending maybe not totally keto, but going towards a more keto diet to keep the blood sugar levels balanced. Or if there was a chronic immune issue, I would suggest looking at a more of a keto diet. But for the majority of the people I work with, that's not necessary. And and most people find it who have been on a sort of really low carb diet find that sticking to that long term it's really tricky. It's quite restrictive, and I'm all about a diet that works for in the long term. Not a fad diet, not something just that's a quick fix. Um, so that's my take on keto diet. Personally, I eat more of a keto style diet because not because I need it for cravings or to stay on my plan. It's because of the immune benefits of it. I suffered a lot from recurring urinary tract infections and other infections. I got a lot of mastitis when I was breastfeeding, and I found that the keto diet cleared all that up. So for me, that's the reason I find a keto diet really helpful. I'm not totally strict, and if I'm eating out, I'll definitely have some carbs, but um, I do it for those reasons. But I got abstinent day one. I got free from obsessions with including bread and pasta and all that on my diet. So I don't think it's totally necessary to avoid them altogether. So that's my take on carbs. Take care.